welcome. You're watching your favorite social media program, The Buzz. I am Rose Blossom. Where, of course, I have a special guest today again. But first, let me do justice to my co-host. Good afternoon, Patricia.
Good afternoon, so I thought you were going to introduce me.
You
as a
know.
special guest. Hey, she's seated with you. Anyway, good afternoon, viewers. Welcome to The Buzz. My name is Patricia.
Yes, you're all welcome. And of course, you can be part of this show by calling in or by sending a text message to the number displayed below your screen TV. Please make sure that while you're making a call or while you're sending a text message, you indicate your name and where you're calling from. Then if you're texting, make sure you indicate your name and where you are texting from. Yes, the number will be displayed up. Manu, please, can we have the number up? Okay, so I'll first introduce our special guest again. We have Gratitude in the house. Good afternoon, Gratitude. How you doing?
I'm fine. Good afternoon, ma'am.
You look good, by the way.
Thank you.
Ooh,
Thank you.
Black looks good on almost everybody, actually.
Just say
Thank
that
you so
again. It's very fair people. Though.
Oh, but very fair people. Oh, take it out. They take the crown, please. Okay.
Yes,
All right. We have our special guest also seated with us. This is the second time he's coming this year. I'm certain on the bar, so we're excited to have him again. And of course, we have Abiodun Mabadeje. It's good to have you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Good morning. Good afternoon, mother. Okay, I wanted to pick a video first to for us to react to it, but no. Let's just talk about something that is pretty much serious, and that is what is trending right now online. Now, a lady came out. You know, ladies have money. We all like money. Even last week on Thursday, we still talked about money.
Yeah.
And at some point, you know, Pastor James was like, you know, I was talking about money when I hear money, and blah, 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 and all of that. But it's good right now. I have to bring up this video because thanks to my team who has been working hand in hand to make sure this program is more interesting day by day. Now we have this video of a woman who actually says this is how you can know when a man has money. Thank God we have
When
it.
he is Odo.
When he's Odogu. So anyways, we're going to watch the video first and see if for a fact, and this is the best way to actually identify if a man has money. Now, we ladies are going to respond, but we have the man answer because he's the man. Is it true that this is the way we know that you have money? And if he says no, she's wrong, you probably have to let us know because we need men that have money in their lives. So, so let's quickly go for the video. I'll be right back to the studio to continue the program. Stay with us. Okay, all right, welcome back. This is very shady to be honest. But I want to ask you first, what would you say about what that lady said? How true and how factual is she?
The first thing to say is that how many of such men has she related with? How many men have told her how much, where they stay? I mean, she mentioned like, if I'm not mistaken, up to like 30 different places. Has she related with 30 different men and have such conversations with them? And they told her, I stay in this place, I stay in that place. And that's number one. Then number two, just because somebody is staying in a particular area or location does not mean that the person has the kind of amount that she's mentioning. What if the person is a gate man? I mean, I stay in Banana Island. I could be a gate man in somebody's house, but I stay there.
Yes.
So do I have 1 billion naira in my account? So I don't think she's 100% correct. Analysis.
Okay, well, Gratitude. What do you think? Because when we were watching that video, you were like, yeah, you even mentioned a particular place where you feel men do not have money. You said you have money.
Yeah.
Do you have a beef against those people there? What's the problem?
No, I don't. For me, I would say where you stay has nothing to do with your bank account. For some people, they choose places that are closer to work. While for some, they choose places that are very calm, places that are not too loud. Like me, I don't like places that are too loud, too crowded and all that. So it's just preference, not
really
about money.
You don't like places that are too loud. So she's referring to people like you for Banana Island.
I don't know.
I wanted to even ask what area. I don't want you to say specifically what area do you stay.
Well, I said. No, I stay somewhere.
Okay, I think
anyway.
she's okay.
For her, for the lady who had mentioned all these areas,
and had mentioned money, to go with such areas. Do you think she's speaking out of experience, or you think she's just making fun?
Well, like I said earlier, as she related with as many men for her to be able to, come to such conclusions that, somebody thinks this person was having some kind of money in his bank account.
Maybe check their bank account.
So I don't think she's speaking from experience. If you ask me, I don't think she's speaking from experience. Might just be a way to, say something for social media so that you can get reports, can get interactions, can get conversations going. People can, even these days, controversy, is a way of, being relevant on social media. So it could just be a way of trying to create controversy, and then people are making comments on our timeline and all of that. And for the organization, people are doing crazy things these days just because of monetization.
Okay, well, Patricia, I want to ask you the same question. Do you think what she said is fact? From what you know?
He has said it all, but from my own opinion, really, like she mentioned, Magodo not the hill, and it's true, because those houses in Magodo are expensive. You could get a duplex, a block of flats in Magodo for 7 million, 8 million. And so if your bank account is not hot, why do you want to go stay in a place like that? Some people will, just because they want to feel alone, okay, I live here, conversation.
Yeah.
Just like, where did they go? I would need to say I stay in my good place. Because we all know the class.
Yeah.
But some people also, I know, are very stupid to go to that and they borrow money to pay the rent. Okay, so she's could be right with those names that she had pronounced. What's wrong in saying you could be staying in Ikorodu and your bank account is, what did she say?
Insufficient fund.
It's wrong. There's some people staying in Ikorodu that is a personal homes and they are boxed up.
Yeah.
We all don't have to stay in Magodo or Banana Island or somewhere.
Before you make an
I am very boxed up and I stay here.
Where do you stay?
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Everybody that is not saying where to stay. I don't understand why everyone is not staying there. But anyways, for me, I'm offended because I stay in Surulere, basically grew up and all of that. But I wish she had mentioned Surulere, because Surulere houses are pretty expensive. And trust me, they are old houses, but they are really expensive.
Surulere used to be the heart of
yes, you understand. So yeah, that's exactly. So that's why I want to say I don't really buy everything she said, because there are some areas she did not even mention that you can stay.
She didn't even mention my area, so
you get
a good place, and I'm very.
Well, you did not even mention the area. Okay, anyway, I want us to go on a short break. After the short break, we'll be right back to continue the program. Do please stay with us. We'll be right back. All right, you're welcome back. You're still watching. Of course, I was about to say the other program. We were still watching The Buzz, but we're back. Third guest is supposed to be around. Probably did not make it, but so we'll just go ahead with what we have. Well, there's another one trending. This is a woman who sat patiently in a car and decided to tell us things that we should know before marriage. Now, talking to the female, talking to the male, we'll still have to, debate on that and know for a fact if what she's saying is true. So we're going to have to watch a video where she said things that we should know before marriage. How true is that? We'll get to know. So let's quickly watch the video. We'll be right back to the studio to analyze. All right, welcome back. They said you should stop doing like you can do everything. And they said you should be doing like baby. Okay, activation, baby. About me, I've activated my baby side. I want to ask, from the angle of, do you actually think if you stop doing what you can do everything? She mentioned something and I just laughed, saying that if you show that you're hardworking, when you're pregnant, you can wash dishes, you end up washing. But why would you wash dish when it's not like you're heavily pregnant? Do you believe in that men actually prefer, or even you personally, would prefer someone who is lazy to someone who is hardworking?
Well, I think the use of the word lazy is what I do not
agree with. Okay.
Yes.
But then, as a lady, of course, there are things that I expected of you. And then, of course, as a man, as a husband, there are things that I expected of you. And I believe that every man who is married wants to take care of his wife.
Yeah.
That is the they
So
are
you don't
lazy,
need to add lazy.
Lazy.
that is, you don't have to act as if you are lazy just to pretend so that the man can take care of you. Except, of course, if the man has seen traces of somebody who is unserious, then the man can also now begin to really act funny just to show you that, okay, you want to play smart, then let's start playing the game. But generally, I don't think any man would not want to take care of his wife, whether you are pregnant or not.
Okay, well, that being said, so let's leave the lazy aside. Do you men really just want a girl who is going to activate the baby angle of her? Or you want her to be a baby this time and tomorrow she's a strong woman?
Well, strength is not gender sensitive.
Okay.
Well, human beings. Okay. I'll give this example. I think 2 weeks ago, this was one of the things we talked about.
Yeah.
You know, that women are emotional.
Oh yeah, very emotional. True.
And I was saying that who says men are also not emotional? And then why is it that women play so much on the emotional aspect and pretend as if they don't have any logic at all? And I was giving you an example. If you went to school and you passed exams, you did not pass the exam with your emotions. You pass those exams with logic and reason. So how come when you come into marriage, you suspend everything about logical reasoning, and then you just want to say women are emotional, and then this is how I feel, and then you just want to act based on your feelings?
Because it's love.
I mean,
It's not school. We're not in an institution.
So for you as a man, would you really want a woman in the house who lays around doing fine baby girl, not wanting to do anything?
Well, I personally wouldn't want that. For example, I am not someone who is strong on having housemates.
Oh, okay.
So that means my wife must be hands-on.
And yeah.
So I don't want, I personally, I do not prefer someone who...
Okay, so because you said most women tend to drop their logical reasoning when they're in marriage and go more for the emotional, do you want a woman who is logical and reasoning? Or a woman who is even, because trust me, a woman who is emotional, let me use that one. A woman who is emotional can be a good mother. A woman who is logical, I don't think she'll be a good mother. Because being a mother, it means that your emotional part is more than even because trust me, for kids, you don't use your brain. You use your emotions to guide them and nurture them. So would you really, really want a logical woman as a wife?
Now, you see, God who made women to be emotional knows what he's doing. But then again, he did not give them without that logical part.
Okay. Say it brave without brain.
That is why they go to school. That is why they can read, and that is why they can pass the exams. So what I'm saying is that even though you have emotions, do not suspend your ability to reason just because you are emotional.
Okay.
Sometimes you need to bring your emotions to the table and subject it to reasoning and ask yourself, okay, this is how I feel. But then if I go on with this feeling, what will be the result? And then sometimes women also need to allow their husbands to help them in managing their emotions.
How do you mean?
Okay. I'm a woman. I earn 100,000 naira every month at the end of every month. And then I am someone who believes that every month when I earn my salary, I must buy something for myself. That's how I feel. And then there are needs at home. But because you are emotional, that's how you feel. Every month when you collect a salary, you must buy something. You disregard the needs at home. I always say to people, family needs must always take priority over personal needs.
But that's why the man is there. That's why you're the head.
Thank you.
I mean, I work for the money. That's all. So if I want to buy a dress from my salary for 1 month, I should be able to do that.
I didn't say for 1 month. I said this particular lady wants to do it every
every
month.
single
Even
time.
if I want to do it every
It's
month,
my salary
it's my
now.
salary.
I'm working now.
I should show something for the world.
Should the man also say, oh, I work for my salary and then I can take decisions first for myself before the family? should he
No.
See, if he wants to get himself something out of his salary,
It's okay.
it's okay.
Yeah.
okay.
But not that you now spend
Spend all
excessive
the money.
money.
Yeah.
But she's not going to do that. She's
Yeah.
not getting one dress out of her salary.
Yeah.
It could be something that she actually needs.
Okay. Now let me balance this.
Okay, you know what? Before you balance it, because now let's talk about dress. Maybe a makeup, and maybe one of her makeup is finishing, she needs to replace the makeup, or a shoe is getting bad, or she saw a nice shoe, she wants to put it on. Now, trust me, now just because of you have a husband, you have to still look good.
Mm-hmm.
And to
Yeah.
look good, you have to buy things.
Yeah.
Because if you don't buy those little things that you're seeing outside, you're following the little trend that you can follow without spending too much. That man will look at another person who is dressing that way. So we must buy.
And you start
I
complaining.
want this one.
Exactly. You start complaining.
You
Yeah.
want this one today,
Today, yes.
Okay. Now, please don't misunderstand me. I
Okay.
have not said you much more buy things for yourself. Okay?
Yeah.
I have not said so.
Okay.
But I'm saying that, we started from the angle of, I said something, I said, allow your husband to help you
Manage your
emotions.
true.
Okay, now, but this woman will say, she's big on every month. I collect my salary, I must buy, I collect my salary. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the one who who knows when to buy,
When to buy,
I'm talking about the one who, for art,
Spends lavishly.
Oh, okay.
that's the one I'm talking about.
Okay.
But then again, that may also not be wrong, depending on the financial structure they have in their house.
Okay.
So that may not be wrong. So for one family, the man will just be the one, he has enough, he takes care of everything. So such a man will not have an issue with how the woman sends her
Money.
Yeah.
But in a situation where, there is a financial structure where the woman has to bring something, and yet she wants to always, every month, I must buy this, I must buy that. And then there are needs in the family that are pending. That's where I think, a woman
Should be able
should be able
to.
to allow the man. The man can tell you, okay, why not hold on this month?
Why not?
get that
Yeah,
thing?
yeah,
So
yeah,
when
true.
you list, of course, from that standpoint, you know that the man is thinking logically, this is a priority, we need to attend to this, we need to attend to that. So, but you want to just buy. So that's what I mean by allow the man help you manage. Okay, hold on for this month, and next month you can go ahead and buy.
Okay, well,
now we agree.
we agree now.
We agree.
But I love to look good, so every month I try to take myself out and get
The
one or
financial
two
structure at home will also play a role in how things are done at home.
things. Okay, all right then. Okay, so
Yes. There has been a video or a trend making rounds online. Children dressing their mothers as young people or dressing them to be Gen Zs. Yes. So let's watch this video of women. Yes, of children dressing their mothers as young women. Yes.
and we'll be right back.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we saw the video. Gratitude. What is the question you'd like to ask them? But if I'm even ready to talk, but let me allow you, please.
Yeah, but first of all, I would say those women are looking really, really amazing. Especially the third woman, the one with the romper, the black jumpsuit, looking all chic and all. So my question to you, Ma'am Patricia, who do you think won this Gen Z
Challenge.
TV? Yeah, who won it? Okay.
Why did he ask you?
What does that for me first? What is that for me?
We're all women.
Because I'm not in there, everybody gets. But if you ask me, gratitude. Anyway, they all won.
Oh, okay.
For me. And then again, it just made me to know that some women looking old out there are not doing that.
Yeah.
It's what they had chosen to wear. It's making them look good. Look at them. Look at the transformation. Especially the one that wore the jeans.
Genius.
The one that wore the stripeless. Are you kidding me? Let's go clubbing. Don't take them for clubbing. So to the women out there, please don't feel old. Don't look old. Enjoy yourself. Dress as much as you can, make you look young. The children will be so happy and proud of you. They all won.
Yes, they all did.
Okay, well, me, I'm going to ask you. What do you think? Who did this?
Dressing is generally speaking, you see, just this morning, I wrote something. I said, there's a way you will dress, people will regard and respect you. And then there is a way you will dress, people will reproach and resent you. Just this morning, I wrote that. So dressing is good, and you should learn to dress, to look good. Now, again, maybe a balance. Some people think that dressing must always be expensive. For you to dress and dress well, it has to be expensive. It doesn't necessarily have to be expensive. You can dress within your means and still look good.
Yes. Very true. Very, very true. You look very
good.
Thank you.
Jacket.
My hoodie. I'm in the hood. Anyways, let's read the message first for Ask Gratitude for one. This one is says the lady. Okay, I think the person is talking about the locations of where you see men who have money. Says the lady has sold her thing everywhere. And she knows who pays well. That is the truth. Well,
He was trying to ask that question.
Yes, not direct, yeah.
He said it.
well, I don't know, but that's your opinion. But it's probably true, it's probably not. But somehow, from all indications of what she said, because if you've been to all these places and you've asked all these men, my darling, what market are you selling? I don't know. Or do you have friends? Do you have friends there? I don't know. Okay, so gratitude for those women. Who do you think did it?
I have two
Two
candidates. The first was the lady with the bumper, the curvy lady, yes, and the other mommy that or Jane cropped up and had her hair out.
Yeah.
And she looked really amazing.
Trust me, actually, I totally agree. But for me, I'll pick, when I say looking younger, like the real Gen Z, I would go for the one on the gym. Because I could pass her for a young girl going to school.
She looks like that.
Because she's slim.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't be surprised she's older than the last 2 months.
Exactly.
Which makes her
Watch your weight, guys.
You know you should be talking to yourself too.
I'm trying.
I'm talking to myself also. Anyways, like we've said, we've already talked about who won. So, but this is like Patricia said, look good. Sometimes you don't have to, and Abiodun said you don't have to wear too expensive things to actually look good. Just keep looking good. And sometimes, like you said, some people, the way they dress, when you ask them their age and they tell you their age, you'll be like, are you serious?
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, it's something wrong. Is it an African mentality or perception that when you're older, you have to always be on rapper?
Maybe it's a family that you're married into.
Oh, maybe. That's another point.
Dressing like that.
Like, true. That's another point again. True, it could be that. Anyways, to wrap up this show, let's quickly check. Let's check a reverend sister who assaulted a young lady. I wish Pastor was here so we can pin him. But anyways, not pin him like pin him, Well, let's just watch the video. I don't want to talk too much. Let's watch the video so that we understand exactly what went down. Then we'll come to the studio to react to that and wrap up the show. Stay with us. All right, welcome back. Okay, I'll just go straight to the point. We all watched that video. According to the lady who made the video, she said she was watching a video and the woman said she was capturing her, which obviously is a lie from all the occasion. I don't know why people are saying that. Why are you watching a video? I don't understand. Obviously, for us to have seen her in her video, it means that she was making a video of herself, but the woman's face showed. Naturally, I feel like if you don't want her to feel offended or you don't want her face to show, you'd have, blocked her. She's just directly behind you. And the woman saw it. At first, the woman was touching her cheeks because I had to watch that video several times. Was touching her cheeks. And at a point, she didn't stop. And the woman hit the phone. And according to her, she said she was strangled and all of that. Trust me, a lot of people in the comment section were like, why would you be capturing another person? Did you ask for permission? But that does not still take away the fact that she was assaulted. If really she, strangled the lady. And of course, the Reverend sister insulted the young lady by calling her an idiot, and she said, this is the reason why we are not going to, this is the reason why people don't go to church, because how will you be all covered up and you could look at someone and say the person is there, and you would do the sign of the cross. The way the lady was sounding was comic to me, but it's a serious thing. What would you say about this whole thing?
There's what is called fundamental human rights. Everybody has rights. And of course, what somebody can take and tolerate, another person will not take.
Yeah.
So I think if the reverend sister complained to her, he didn't take anything away from her to say, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't know it was restrained, and just shift.
Yeah.
But to now switch to camera and then deliberately be recording the woman and all of that, I think maybe that's why the reverend sister got angry. However, you see, be angry but not sin is what the scripture says. So you got angry because your face was showing in a video. There should have been other ways of addressing
without
being aggressive.
That's what I
Gratitude.
Yes.
From his opinion, what other ways do you think the Reverend Sister would have taken? Because she's a human before the Reverend Sister.
I feel the Reverend Sister would have been calm. Spoken to her calmly. Please, can you take down your phone? You are capturing me. Then she refuses to do that. Then she can now raise her voice. That's the highest thing you can do. You don't have any right to lay your hands on someone to assault them or anything. It's very wrong.
Do you think she should have used such a...
No, she shouldn't have. As a Reverend Sister, even as a person, as a woman, as a mother, she should not use that.
Because you did not direct that question to me.
No, I want to. She's laughing. She said you shouldn't have used it even as a woman, as a person, and as a mother.
Yes.
Gratitude.
She's a Reverend Sister
before or not, as a human, as a girl, as a lady,
Yeah, I have, but that doesn't make it right.
Okay.
It doesn't.
Okay, no, I wanted to answer the question that you asked. I wanted to, should have just made the sign of the cross. Because that is what they do. Like every time you see them, any small thing, maybe they are passing. I don't know. Maybe it's movies that I watch. You say something that sounds foul. The next thing is, she would have done that.
But sometimes, as a human, I mean, the girl was rude about it. You're capturing me. She told us. She was playing with her cheek. We saw it. She was trying to find you, taking my pictures or videoing me. And she didn't stop.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's a human before wearing whatever she's wearing.
She should be Christ-like.
Okay.
I don't agree to that.
I am not supporting what she has done. But we are saying the flesh came over her. I mean, I'm sure she's sorry
Sister,
about it.
if you're hearing me, you can go and do the sign of the cross 225 times.
Ask for forgiveness.
Go for confession.
Go for confession. Because you just made another human sin.
Yes.
I'm kidding. Yes.
We also may not know where the woman was coming from, what had happened to
her.
Before making that
She's a human.
point in time and make her, to
overreact that way.
With everything going on in Nigeria, sometimes you forget you're a pastor.
Yeah, and it's like almost everybody is angry. Everybody is angry.
In fact, to be honest, I'm not going to lie. To the end of that video, we did not pay it to the end. I even had to cut the video. At some point, the lady was crying. Was like, "Why will you call me an idiot? I'm not your child. Even if I am your child." Like, as much as it is, my parents has never said it will shut up. That's as simple as it is. Never use that word. I can understand she's crying. That's why would you even say that?
But she did something wrong. But we're not going to drag on that. I also understand that. I also understand that people are upset. People are angry. I was coming to work this morning, and a young man was, just jumped into the road. He wanted to cross, but I was on his feet because I was running late. There was no courtesy of let me run because a car is coming. His time, and I was running. And they looked at me and said, "Eat me now." So people are angry. People are tired.
Oh my God. I love my
try
country.
to forgive each other in everything, that we do.
Yes, we have to. We have to learn to forgive each other, and we have to understand that especially Lagosians.
Hey, they're always angry.
Just look at it that this person
Sorry.
might be frustrated.
The Lord's Prayer, there's a part that says, lead us not
Into temptation.
Sometimes, what you just said now, God forgive. What if that guy was looking for such a opportunity for somebody to
Yes.
help him in it? And then if that had happened, he would have gone, but he would hold you.
Yeah.
Of course, yes.
And
Beside holding me, with that memory, how
This
How
is
would you
traumatizing for you.
Anyways, we have a message from a viewer. This one says, do we think the ordained are God? The girl is an accuser. The girl is evil. She's a devil. I'm sorry, that was too much. The devil, maybe the sinner, the accuser. Come on, not that bad. But anyways, well, I think that's all I can take for today. If I get a call right now, I'm gonna pick the call. But for me, I'll just say we should all be patient with one another. I know it's not easy to be patient with even yourself. You're not sometimes patient with yourself. That's why you want to do so many things to make money. You just want to be happy. You go extra miles to make yourself happy. But still, we have to be patient with others. And I think if you're patient with yourself, you'll be able to be patient with others. Because it says that what you have is what you give. If you do not have it, you can give it. So if you're not patient with yourself, you can't be patient with others. Anyways, we have a call. Last call. Let's pick for the day. Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Ma. What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Africa.
Okay, great. Well, so go ahead, Ma. We're listening to you.
Yes. The reason why I got the first of the video, I got about that young lady and that reverend sister. My sister, at times, I used to get fight with people. I don't like story, I don't like fight. Like, don't put them to that level. I don't take it easy with people. When I don't get some crap like that, just me, I don't take anything on. I go to church, I'm going in, and what I did in the church. Church doesn't confine the problem me and you have. Even if you want to report me, your people report me, they don't mention what I'm doing in the church. Because it's not the church that sent me to get quarrel with you, or God did not send me to get quarrel with you. So that young lady is very wrong. It's very wrong. When the sister touch, I say hello. The sister did not quarrel her. She only make her to know that she's capturing her shadow.
Yeah.
I mean, but to show her respect, she's supposed to say, I think I'm sorry you. But she show herself as if she's, in fact, like I think the sister is not up to somebody that's supposed to talk to her. That is not show any respect. I think you're supposed to show a little respect that you have for that sister. Good as far she's a reverend sister, even she used, whether she entered the bottom and she do the sign of the cross, it don't really
Get you.
Yeah, true.
My sister.
Yeah, thank you.
Your lady is very wrong.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think that side of the course they really did think it because as I mentioned, no matter if you do the side of the course before entering the photo. Well, I can't say if it's right or wrong, but I think for a fact both of them knew where they were wrong and right. But at some point she was wrong. At some point the Reverend Sister was wrong. So, but who are we to judge? I just believe, like I said, everybody should be patient with each other. When we come to the end of the show, we can pick calls, we can respond. And finally, I picked a call. It's been a while we picked a call. We'll be reading more messages. Anyways, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, our caller, for calling, and for those who called. We're not able to pick. We apologize. Tomorrow we'll still continue talking about things like this that buzzing and what's trending on social media. And of course, we'll have another special appearance tomorrow, just the one we had gratitude. For gratitude, did you enjoy the program today?
Yes, I did.
It was fun too.
So really fun.
Okay, all right. I would like to say thank you very much to Abiodun for being the only man. And he won. He breezed through. How did you do it? Anyway, thank you so much for being on the program. It was fun. Patricia.
Thank you for joining us on today's program. We'll be doing the same time tomorrow. You'll be joining us on the bus. And like Joseph said, we have a special guest tomorrow too. So I remain young, both Patricia and
Yes, and that's it. So until tomorrow again, we'll come your way. We'll talk about what's entertaining to you, and of course, that was buzzing on social media. Wait, let me one. That is you. Sign out. What do you mean? Sign out before I sign out. Yes. Do your sign out. Speak your things.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. Thank you. It was really fun with you guys.
Yes.
And the conversation were really engaging. And thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Gracias.
We love you. Keeping it one with us on the same time every day, Monday through Friday on the bus. It's always insightful rather. It's very educating. It's very informative, and of course, it's very, very much so much fun. Until then, tomorrow we'll see you again. You have a beautiful day. Bye for now.